So just when you thought 2020 couldn't get any crazier, Kanye West has entered the American presidential elections. And honestly, I'm a little bit surprised to hear how many different theories and different worries people have about Kanye entering the race. So some of the things I've been hearing is that, well, Kanye West has bipolar disorder, has been very open about it. Maybe he's having some kind of delusions right now causing him to make that post. Some other people really worried about what this might have in terms of the effects of taking votes away from different candidates. And some people just think that this is a big old publicity stunt. So what exactly is going on? I'm gonna try my best to break it down, not only as a psychiatrist, but also as a huge Kanye West fan. But first, let me tell you why Kanye's music is just so important to me. All the way back in 2004, when Kanye West released his first album, The College Dropout, that album changed my life. In fact, I have to say that it's still my all-time favorite album by any artist out there. At the time, gangsta rap was dominating the airwaves. Artists like 50 Cent was on the radio all the time. And so when Kanye released his album, which was vastly different, and he released songs like Jesus Walks, that blew my mind. I was so in love with that song, and I still am today. I play that song, and it still brings me a lot of power and hope. His album, 808s and Heartbreak, really meant a lot to me because it really helped me get through an extremely difficult breakup. So I basically had that album playing on repeat. Recently, my mom, who is a devout Christian, actually told me about his latest album, Jesus is King, and we actually were able to listen to it together. I never expected to be listening to a hip-hop album and enjoy it with my mom. Kanye has been able to do a lot of things that I really just did not think were possible. I say all this just to let you know that I am biased, obviously. But at the same time, I have watched him really closely over the last 15 years. So the long and short of it is, Kanye's an extremely busy dude. Is he really running for president? So let me go after the very first theory, whether or not he is going through mania. Mania is a component of bipolar disorder. It's when you have higher energy to the point of not needing to sleep. Your thoughts are faster. You might be more grandiose, believing that you might be a god or that you might be capable of anything. You might be having hypersexuality or increased spending of money. And this usually happens for a distinct period of time before a person goes into depression. Something that some people may have forgotten or just didn't know is that Kanye has actually announced his presidency for 2020 in 2015. So this has been on his mind for about 5 years now. So a lot of times, whenever Kanye does anything controversial, a lot of people tend to blame his bipolar disorder. Now, I don't think this is actually what's happening. In honor of the Goldwater rule, which applies to psychiatrists talking about celebrities and media, this is not my professional opinion whatsoever. Be very clear, I have not examined Kanye West. I don't know him personally. One thing that I really believe is that he is much more calculated than society likes to give him credit for. He knows how to play the media. He is a master of publicity. Every time he gets into any type of controversy, he usually has an album that's being released. To give you an example, he got into a lot of hot water. In May 2019, he claimed that slavery was a choice. That got tons of backlash. What was interesting is that just a month later, he not only released his own album called Ye, but he also released a bunch of other albums that he helped produce, including for Nas, Kid Cudi, and Pusha T. So if we were to look at this time around, Kanye has just released a single called Wash Us With Your Blood, a very good song in my opinion. There's also a lot of rumors that he's planning to release an album. So yes, this most likely is a publicity stunt. But is it possible that Kanye West could be our next president? Well, to use the title of his second album, Late Registration, he unfortunately waited a little bit too long to register in 6 states. So from what I understood is that no, he cannot become president. That being said, there's still legitimate worries that he might take votes away from the Biden camp. I actually haven't heard too many people talking about votes being taken away from the Trump camp. So the one thing that I'm a little bit confused about, because again, I can't predict what people are gonna do when it comes to voting. But if we recall, Kanye West is a huge Trump fan. So at the end of the day, I can't quite see why it's not possible for him to also take votes away from Trump, just in the same likelihood that he will take votes away from Biden, but I don't know. But honestly, regardless of that, what I really hope is gonna happen with Kanye entering the race is that we're gonna really talk about the real policies that are needed so desperately in our country right now. Without a doubt, Kanye West has been a big advocate, not only for mental health, but also for prison reform. Two things I think are so important. The one thing that I hope we really start to talk more and more about is ending the war on drugs. This war, in my opinion, is one of the most absurd laws that we have in our country right now. Why are we using our hard-earned taxpayer dollars to lock up individuals who are not violent and using substances? It makes no sense, and it does not help drug rates. It has not helped us deal with the addiction, which is skyrocketing in our country right now. No, we need to decriminalize small amounts of drugs and giving people treatment that need it. As an addiction psychiatrist, I believe that this is one of the most important issues we could tackle as a society. This is something that is having bipartisan support. We all know that the war on drugs has not been effective whatsoever, and we are wasting trillions of dollars trying to fight it. Now, I'm not going to go into full detail in this video. I'm going to make many other videos down the line about how we cannot keep using police to try to solve our drug issues. No, we gotta give therapy. We need to help them with medications. We gotta give them support. We gotta give hope to those who are using substances. So that is what I really hope is gonna come from this. No matter if it is a publicity stunt or not, I really hope that Kanye entering the race will make both Joe Biden and Donald Trump talk about real policies that are gonna help the American people. Thank you again for checking out this video. If you liked it or didn't like it, please let me know. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share this video if you thought it would help someone else. Thank you so much.